Hi guys, how are you all? Thanks for coming back and saying hello. I'm going to do a nice little painting here on this 12 by 12 inch piece of wood that I found in the shed. It wasn't 12 by 12 when I found it, I had to cut it that size. But we still have this shortage here of canvases because of this coronavirus, and I'm basically running around looking for anything to salvage. The other thing that I salvaged, of course, is all the paints that I'm using. Was from a pour that I did yesterday, so it's just leftover paint as well, which is handy. I wanted to try it today because the one I did yesterday, I think the paint was too thick, and that's why it wasn't really running the way I wanted to. I knew yesterday when I put the hairdryer on it that it just wasn't moving the paint, and that's when I knew I was in trouble. So the only paint here that wasn't here yesterday is the white that I'm putting on now, and that is also the only paint that does not have any Floetrol in it. I just straightforward paint and water. I just watered it down. Again, I think I didn't make enough, which is something that I kind of have to get a grip on. I think every painting that I've done so far, I haven't quite had enough paint, so I need to maybe work on some sort of formula as to the size of the painting, as to how much paint I need just to cover for the base coat. So with this one, again, I knew as soon as I started with the hairdryer, the paint moved around, and I thought, I'm on the right track. So the paints there, as I say, they're from yesterday's painting, and I'll list off all the paints again just so that you can keep an eye on what I've got going. It's the Titanium White Amsterdam, it's a Phthalo Blue Arteza, Burnt Sienna Arteza, Oyster Pearl from Deco Art, and Glorious Gold from Deco Art. The one other colour that went in there actually is a Phthalo Green, and I think that one has mostly just mixed with water, but I think it had a little bit of white that had some Floetrol in it, and I mixed that in with the green because it was a dark green and I wanted more of a turquoisey colour, so I mixed that in, and it looked really good. I'm swinging around the Oyster Pearl there. I didn't know if it was going to do anything or not. I just thought I'll throw it in, give it a bit of something. I was also quite taken back by the viscosity of the paint. It was very runny, and I wasn't ready for it, and it caught me by surprise, especially with the white. I put the white in, and it like went woo, and I was like, ooh, that might be a bit much. So I know I've got a lot of paint on there, probably way too much. As soon as I sprayed over, or as soon as I blew over the white paint, I could see cells, and I knew I'm on a bit of a winner here. So as I was blowing out there, I could see the paint was reacting the way I wanted it to react, which was fantastic. So I suppose this was more an experiment about the paint than it was really doing the painting, although I was so glad to get the chance to do the painting. It was also a bit of an experiment with the wood, just to see how it would go. In the end, when it dried, the edges were a little bit prickly, like it was like sandpaper, so I think from now on I need to maybe gesso the board and sand it and try and get everything smooth. I was delighted in the end with the painting. It looks well, the colours are coming through really well. There's some decent cells in it, and the gold, as usual, tries to take over. And it looks good. I was very happy with that. Okay, I think from this point on, all I really do is just tidy up the ends, and then I'll give you guys a view of everything. So for now, I just want to say thank you very much, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Also, if you fancy a little bit of fun, my daughter Holly has a channel as well, and she is just Typical 9-year-old. As we say over here, she's wired to the moon. She comes up with all mad ideas, so you might enjoy that as well. So I'll just leave you with these photos of the finished painting, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.